Hi everyone, it's Chris, aka Biggest Rebel. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something that is totally unoriginal. If you're on YouTube, you've probably seen those videos that are like, I let the person in front of me decide what I'm going to eat for 24 hours or whatever influencers are calling it these days. I'm not going to do that because I like to eat, so it's not much of a challenge for me, and I also don't want to go outside. However, I saw D'Angelo Wallace do his take on this concept and then letting the person in front of me decide what I draw for 24 hours. And I thought that'd be something that I could do. I did leave the link to his video down below. Hopefully he doesn't hate me for taking his idea. So like D'Angelo, we're going to DeviantArt to steal other people's concepts. Don't worry, I'll make sure to credit them, link them, but hopefully they'll be okay with it. So we're going over to the most recently submitted page and just take the first idea from there or keep refreshing until we find something that we like. Now, I recently remade my DeviantArt because I used to have one and now I just kind of fell off it around the same time that Tumblr took off, and I don't even use Tumblr anymore, but you can follow me on Twitter. So I'll also link my current DeviantArt as well as my old DeviantArt down in the links below, as well as the people that I am ripping this content off of. So here we are on the most recently submitted page. Obviously I can't draw that first one, so oops, I scrolled down a little bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and refresh it and see if we can get something that I can actually draw. Okay, so I don't know what the hell's going on in that first one. So I did click on this one and I thought about it, but it looks like it was like a commission of some sort. So although I did like this person's art, maybe check them out. They looks really good. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can find something else. Okay, perfect. So we're actually going to go ahead and do this one here. I'm not sure if this is a character from a series or an OC. I did check out the tags and it looks like it's a character from a series, so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one here. I also thought that this person had a lot of really cute art as well. You can see it over here on the right hand side. So I'm going to leave the link to their art below. Their name is Rayhawk. This piece is titled Chica, which I assume is the name of this character. I don't really draw a lot of chibis anymore. I used to be very big on chibis, but as of recently, I don't know why. For some reason, I don't really draw them that often. I also don't draw hats, so that was tough. But here you can just see some of my basic lining process. I didn't, work too hard on this one just because it was just a chibi. So, and at first I wasn't going to color it, but once I was done, I was like, I might as well. I thought the pose was interesting and it was fun, so I went with it. The pose was interesting, but it was kind of hard for me to do the legs a little bit just because I've never done a pose like this where they're kind of facing one way and then looking back at you. But I thought it was still fun. Again, I'm not used to chibi, so I kind of decided to redraw the head a little bit or make it bigger just to kind of match the chibi proportions, and then fix up the leg portions of it to kind of fit all together. I hope that looks better than what it did before. It kind of looks the same, but there we go. So then we're just gonna go ahead and color everything in to match the color of the actual character or the art piece. I did think this part was really fun. I love shading skin. I haven't really done it in a while just because I haven't been drawing a whole lot of humans lately. So that was really fun to do all the shading on there like I used to. for me the most difficult part was the hair, just because she had a lot of different tones in her hair, and I wasn't really sure which. Since I don't know what the character is, I wasn't really 100% sure what the hair color was supposed to look like. So I kind of just tried to match as best as I could with the art piece that I had. So hopefully that looks fine. Again, I'm not sure. I mean, the original art piece is really cute. I don't think I really did it justice, but I had fun using colors I don't normally use, like reds. I don't really use a ton of reds, I realize, but I had fun with this piece. And there we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the second piece. We're going back over to DeviantArt to rip some content. And we're going with this one. Sleepy Time Pumpkin by Sketchderps. I thought this was really interesting. It is very not something that I normally draw. I haven't ever drawn Rapunzel. She is one of my favorite Disney princesses though, so I was kind of excited to try it, but also kind of intimidated because I don't really draw anything like this. But I was like, all right, I guess I'm up for the challenge and we'll see how I do. So I did just want to start off by sketching the body because again, I have never really drawn anything kind of like this, but I was excited because I love Rapunzel, so I was like, well, here we go. And also, this isn't my normal art process. Normally I do like 2 or 3 sketch layers before I go in and line everything. But I did want to just have these as like quick pieces of art so I can move on. And also because they aren't my usual type of art. That's why I kind of just did a preliminary sketch, kind of darkened up the lines and then went for it. That hair piece just really... This really got me. And I was like, I can't make it look as organic as Sketchderps did, but I gave it a shot. You know, I tried my best. I also didn't get all the details that they had in their piece, but I did try to do as many as I could. And then the coloring. I did a lot of color pick from the main art, but I also got lazy. Kind of just like, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Who cares? I know you guys saw me put in all that yellow hair and then I kind of took it out. I decided to do that on a different layer or like on top of the line art layer because I actually really love painting hair. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I decided like let me do that last so I can enjoy myself doing that. And the rest again is just color picking, blend, 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 smooth, smooth, smooth. So the artist that I was doing this piece from has a very different technique than I use for hair or coloring in general, really. I like a lot of soft blending, almost painting, especially when it comes to hair. Like I was saying before, I love painting hair. So, I mean, it'll look completely different no matter what, but I did try to go with some of the colors that they had originally put in the piece, like the darker blonde in the hair. So that's why I use those colors there. Again, I love to paint hair. I think it's just a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite things to paint because the way that hair naturally moves is just so flowy that it's just so much fun for me to paint. This piece was probably my favorite one to copy. It was really fun and really cute. And that's how that one ended up. I thought it looked really nice. And then we're going, oh, that's me. So that's my art. When I was on Recently Submitted, there wasn't anything there that I wanted to do. So then I was like, oh, let me go to my profile. And then we're going to refresh because, again, I'm not going to... that one's a little complicated. I did think about doing that cycle one, but I was like, no, let me refresh one more time. And then still I was like, well, I can't paint that. That's a line. I do have to say I was doing this at like 3 a.m. So I was like, okay, well, I also thought this was really cute. So I guess maybe check that person out. I thought they had really cute art. So I just clicked on it. So let's see if we can get anything else. And then I was like, okay, well, I can draw furries. So I just looked back to see how many pieces were submitted within the time frame I clicked off. So I decided to go ahead and do this piece. It's by Musical Mew. This is their first Sona's reference. And I draw furries. So I was like, okay, well, this is right up my alley, right? So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and give it a try. I do draw furries, but this isn't the usual type. At least for my Sonas look completely different from this, obviously. But I thought it'd be fun to give it a shot. I feel like I made her too short, so I will go back in and fix them legs because I was like, oh, definitely too short, and I feel like that's a little more proportionate. And I had a hard time with the tail for some reason. I was like, oof, I can't get it right. And then I just finally settled for one at least for how that one looks. I don't think it looks bad, but and then we'll just color pick from the colors of the reference and go in and draw that. I do like to use a lot of blues, so this one was kind of fun with all the blues in the Sona here, but again, it was also like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, so I was like, oh, let me just try to get this done because I'm tired. And then the blending on the arms was also a little difficult, but I had fun doing it. This piece was definitely a lot of fun. Again, I had a lot of fun. I always have fun drawing people's Sonas, so that was exciting. All in all, I thought this whole challenge was fun. Definitely challenging. I'm not going to do more than 3 pieces because this video is probably already long enough as is, and I'm too lazy to do more. So thanks again to D'Angelo for coming up with this concept, and since I didn't really ask for permission to copy this, thanks for letting me do this too. I also want to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what else you would like me to do. And you can also follow me on Twitter. I'll leave all my links down in the description below. And there you have it. That piece is finished as well. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.